It's not so pleasant to be woken up by an alarm clock. It's much better when your cat is purring nearby. Unfortunately, animals can find themselves in different dangerous situations, and some of them are lucky to have people walking around who are ready to help and save them. Hi there, awesome animals here, and these are 5 unbelievable animal rescues. Let's go! Once, a woman came back home and discovered that her favorite horse, Bud, fell down into a deep hole. This 1.5-meter deep hole was covered just with a piece of thin plywood, and the poor animal decided to have a rest on it. As a result, the horse falls through and couldn't get out. The woman called a rescue team. They made the decision to lift the horse out by helicopter. But then they discovered that it was impossible to fix the horse with the ropes. The lifting might be fatal for the horse, so they gave up on this idea. The horse started going deeper and deeper into the hole, so the savers made up their mind to use the powerful tractor. The horse was blindfolded and tranquilized. When the tractor driver started moving, the horse was scared and began to fight back. At last, the poor animal was free. Unfortunately, Bud couldn't stand up on its own feet, so people started watering the suffering horse and then helped him to stand up. Despite being injured a bit, the animal was quite healthy. This huge horse was extremely happy to be rescued, and now it lives on its farm. Pandas might be considered to be one of the cutest animals in the world, but unfortunately, lately they were thought to be endangered. This Chinese sanctuary is situated in the distant mountain area in the center of the panda's natural habitat. But one day, a powerful 7.5 magnitude earthquake occurred and ruined the flourishing place. Huge stones were falling from the mountains, and people thought the apocalypse had come. It was very terrifying, and a lot of people were just praying. But at the same time, the sanctuary workers were worried about the pandas. They had to make decisions very quickly because the earthquake might come back. First of all, the tourists were evacuated, but the pandas couldn't get out of their enclosures by themselves. Being in the face of grave danger, the workers came back to save the pandas. They took them one by one and carried them to safety. One of the animals climbed high into a tree and was scared even to move, so it was tranquilized and was carried down. The onlookers were shocked by the courage and devotion of the sanctuary keepers. Pandas even tried to save each other. They would do this by piggybacking on each other. The situation became even worse because the rescuers couldn't reach the distant place, so the animals and the people had to spend 3 days without any water or food. At last, the helicopters reached the area, and the pandas were evacuated and distributed into the different sanctuaries. The eagle owls are thought to be aggressive birds of prey, so if being disturbed, they would even attack human beings. But that day, the bird of prey had been discovered in the tree with its paw trapped. The woman caught on camera the attempts to save the bird. The main purpose was to take the bird from the tree. When they managed to do this, the man stepped on the chain to not let the bird fly away. The owl was shocked to be so close to people, so the saver had to cover the bird with his jacket not to scare the owl. In addition, the bird of prey might injure the man's hand badly. When Mike discovered the trap under the jacket, he managed to open it, but unfortunately, the owl's leg was badly injured. The only way to save the bird was amputation. After the operation was done, people packed its wounds and let it go. They hope that this owl is alive and safe. Terrifying accident happened to the ape Yo-Yo at the zoo. It fell down into the water of the deep pit, escaping from the other more aggressive apes. Water is not a natural habitat for them, so they can't swim. In this situation, they panic and start sinking. In comparison to humans, it's very difficult for apes to swim because they don't have enough fat. When the poor animal was already in the water for some time, a brave zoo visitor jumped into the water to save the ape. It was not so easy to pull the ape out of the water because it weighs more than 100 kilograms. The man tried to hold the ape's muzzle high above the water, but he didn't expect to face the other problem. It was the ape's territory, and other animals were quite aggressive towards the man. When Rick tried to pull the ape out of the water, he didn't notice the other one intended to attack him. The brave zoo visitor didn't think about the danger. He was focusing on saving the animal. He saw the ape's eyes, which were begging for help. Only thanks to Rick, the poor animal was saved. When he finally carried the saved ape on the bank, he managed to escape before being attacked. The saved animal even told something to Rick, probably thanked him for being saved. The next story is really horrifying, so get ready, but keep in mind that this story will have a happy ending. A stranded cat climbed the roof and fell down from the height of a 4-story building. But the worst part was that he fell straight onto the sharp edges of a fence. One of the iron bars went through the cat's body and stuck in it. It was impossible to take the cat out of the bloody trap because it might die immediately. The rescuers cut out the bars and delivered the poor animal to the vet hospital together with the trap. The people tried not to move the bars to avoid the cat suffering more. At the hospital, the vet tranquilized the poor animal and the operation started. The cat was very lucky because none of its internal organs were injured. It was a miracle because several millimeters different might have been fatal for the cat. After being treated in the hospital, the cat fully recovered and got a new owner. Guys, like this video and make this world kinder. Share your comments and tell us which stories touched you the most. Remember, like this video and subscribe to our channel for even more favorite animal stories. See you later.